Welcome to season 2 of Remnant Gamers.
This segment has been brought to you by, of course, the Squirt Inquisitor 7000. It ain't the gun that squirts. It's Goat Roper.
This podcast is brought to you by Goat Roper.
Well, I like watching corn.
He likes watching it get shucked. Well, them damn corn shuckers. They at it again.
Corn shuckers.
Down there shucking in the fields. Oh my god.
Exactly. Hashtag corn shuckers.
Can we get like a Golden Corral simulator game?
Golden Corral sim.
It starts off where you go into Golden Corral and you're like, can I get some mashed potatoes? And the lady's like, ain't no more mashed potatoes, baby, just green beans and corn. And you're like, fuck this, I'm opening my own restaurant. The moose bathwater.
Moose bathwater. It's just a turd in a thimble. Moose is in the Techno Void. Lat has got a camera and a mic that work almost 50% of the time. Yano cleaned up his room, and Chibi is now exactly in sync with her video.
I'm just
I didn't ask to
saying,
get called out like this.
Did I sum that up too well?
Oh, you hit the nail on the head, my man.
That's a big reach.
Nico Dasani.
Nico Dasani.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Silver Monkey.
Alright, we all have that issue with the flying peni, you know?
They're everywhere.
Everywhere. They're just fucking everywhere,
It's worse
you know?
than locusts, honestly.
But you know what you can do? All you have to do is get the floating thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Yes. See, what you do is you get this magical kite that just takes it for you.
Choking 8-year-olds and power bottom and pigeons over here.
I need my safety gear on for this.
You just have to get your mouth guard and you'll be fine.
Here, son, bite down on this. It's easier if you don't clench.
Just take a deep breath and it'll be over in 2 seconds.
Oh, so that's where I was wondering where those copper tubes went.
Oh no, I've had these on me. I don't know where the other copper tubes went.
All I know is I put 3 copper tubes in the storage. You built a wall storage and looked at it, and now the copper tubes are missing from the ship's storage. That's all I know.
What are you trying to say, Moose?
What
are you trying to say, Moose?
I'm trying to say one of us is a copper tube stealing some bitch, and I'm saying that man ain't me. Alright.
Burger!
Oh.
Take! Burger!
I'm gonna put cheese on it.
Take!
I'm putting cheese on it.
Doesn't need cheese!
It does need cheese.
Burger!
Take these dirty plates. I'm making another cheeseburger.
Serve this. Serve this.
Serve that.
Serve this. Serve this.
Now the cheeseburger. Now we need another cheeseburger.
I'm gonna hurt someone.
Well, I guess the next topic wouldn't be so much about yay video games, but
Yeah, I think we need to add like a shame portion to our a shame section to our
Yay video games, boo people.
right. And I don't know why it seems to surprise me that in today's climate, you know, more and more companies are. When this is revealed about these companies, it's like, oh my gosh! But you know, if you don't know, Blizzard's being sued because of the quote unquote frat boy culture.
it's the boys club.
The boys club, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, just reading about some of the stuff that was going on, it's disgusting.
Shocking? Question mark? Like, I mean, anyone who's surprised by this clearly, like Servo said with the previous thing, they've been living under a rock, or they just don't want to admit to it.
They don't want. I don't think they want to admit to it because I mean the numbers that they
men
were
treating
putting up,
women like we're lesser beings. What? Never. When have men ever done that?
and the numbers they were putting up, it was just. I'm like, come on, guys, we got to do better. I mean, we really got to do better for a company as big as Blizzard and your
And it's not even
9,500
just Blizzard.
employees.
It's Activision.
They're just the ones
Blizzard.
getting pulled out right now. A lot of companies are like this.
We had the
unfortunate.
same situation last year with Riot as well. It's
it's
literally
not
a
surprising.
mirror of the same lawsuit.
Yeah, like it's not. I don't know. I'm always the one that harps on this, like every time this type of topic comes up. So it's like I will save my rant on it because it's the same thing. I'm a broken record.
Reason, though, but I mean, I understand your feeling on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a broken record. It won't change unless women women can't be the only ones bringing it up. Otherwise, it's not going to change. Like anything with social climate changes, it needs to be both parties. It's not just, the women. It has to be the men as well. Otherwise, nothing's going to change. It just won't.
It has to be taken to a level of, these, and it is now. Obviously, there's this. What we're talking about involves an active lawsuit that's going on.
So there's a lawsuit for a reason.
Yeah, I mean
But the fact that it has
parties,
to come to this point for a lawsuit for people to be treating people properly.
Well, I mean, it should have happened sooner.
Yeah.
It should have happened sooner. It shouldn't have taken this amount of effort to treat people properly. Exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have come to that. They've got, according to what I read in a lot of the documentation too, is that these people not only felt that they were being harassed, but the people that they were supposed to report the harassment to were dropping the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's part of it. It's just that not even that it was just people doing bad things. It was people being allowed to do bad things because other people just didn't give enough of a shit. Because
they got to keep the status quo. It's because if they do anything, then they're gonna get reprimanded because they're trying to help someone else that clearly their higher up doesn't want to change. It's just like we have to keep this whole status quo. I mean, I've had friends who worked at Amazon who had the same shit. Like I've had female friends who were leadership who quit because their leadership was treating them shitty, so they went to corporate, and corporate just kind of was like, we don't know what you're talking about, and just wiped it away. And so they quit.
I'm just surprised.
Like it happens
Amazon
everywhere. It's not just the gaming industry. It's just, yeah. It just doesn't surprise me. I don't know. And everyone's talking about like reading things and people are like, oh, I'm canceling all of my Blizzard subscriptions. I'm getting out of my Battle.net. I'm like, okay, that's not going to do anything.
No, it's
really
not gonna
like that does literally nothing.
Shame the people that are responsible for the actions, not the games and the worlds that are
like
created.
It's so stupid. You're literally it's like people who are doing the same thing with Amazon.
Earlier this week as well, and it's very similar to the J.K. Rowling Harry Potter separation where it's just fucking flame the transphobe, but keep the respective world that everyone loves and has escapism with. So many people's lives are revolved in WoW, very specifically.
Well, I mean, you think, I was just gonna say, if you don't understand, we were just talking about Asmongold, for example, he, of course he has, well, I mean, if he's a good person, he has a stance against what's going on at Activision Blizzard, but
which he did release a statement about it.
Yeah, and it's not going to stop. I didn't see it, but in any case, it's not going to stop him from wanting to play a game. And I mean, what is he really doing if he says, "Well, I'm going to cancel my sub to World of Warcraft"? He's just punishing himself for the misdeeds of others. Seems.
I guess that the people who have that mindset, it's the whole idea of putting supporting with what's it called? It's basically hitting them where it hurts. Yeah, where their pockets are, which I get, but at the same time, in this particular circumstance and a lot of these social circumstances, that's not going to help anything. No. Honestly, it's really so much the people that are needing to be corrected, not so much. It's like the environment that they have created that the unfortunately the boys club mentality has created that it's hard to weed out. It really is, because a lot of people act like they're cool dudes until certain situations come up that they have always just been used to doing. and people
Yeah.
don't call them out on it. And a lot of streamers
Not
do
only-
it too.
Yeah, and not only that, but like for example, let's say everybody agreed, oh, okay, we're all boycotting, subscribing to WoW and buying any further Blizzard games and things like that. Well, guess what? It's not that the people who work there who are being harassed don't want to work there. You're hurting them too. They still want to create great games for you. It's just they want to do so without being treated like, they're not like being treated like they're subhuman.
Yeah, well, the women specifically, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah,
though.
it could
I'm
happen to
generalizing
literally
a little bit.
anybody.
But in this case, yeah, we're talking about the women at Activision Blizzard. But again, it doesn't
It's
mean that they
nothing
don't
a
want to
good
create
tar
games
and
anymore.
feathering castration won't solve.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just one of
I'm
those
sure-
things that it's like, it's hard to, I think a lot of people want to go to that extreme because so many people want to, people will change their tune to save face so they can avoid the as you called it, the castration, to avoid the belittling, to be avoid the getting called out. So once all of the weeding out has filtered through and they're like, okay, I'm safe. Like a lot of times it's so hard to find out the good people from the bad people because it's like it's a mindset.
Yeah.
It's a personality thing. It's not something you can just
Yeah.
find out until you're experiencing it. So a lot of times it's just like, just burn it down. Just burn it down and start over again.
It's the
But
same
you can't
thought
do
process
that.
I have with the rich. You put a few heads on some pikes, everyone will fall in line.
But
You
yeah.
You
But then
make
you have
some
people-
lessons out of people.
Then you have
and
people
then-
just following because they're afraid of getting
Exactly.
it's not changing the mentality. It's putting fear into the mentality. And that's why I don't agree with like
Fear's a
aggressive
fantastic
like
motivator.
fear mongering, because that's kind of what women have experienced already. We're basically giving what they've already received. It'd be like
Listen, you.
I don't
It's like
Eye
it's
for
like
an
a,
eye.
It's like a game of Among Us. If you
But
walk
if you-
out there, if you
you
walk
say
into
that.
a room and you say, "I'm gonna kill whoever's an imposter," everyone's gonna go, "Well, I'm a crewmate."
But see, you say that until it's reversed. I've had many, many men go on tirades because they're like, well, now I'm getting all this shit. Like, how is that helping anything? This whole eye for an eye thing. But I'm like, okay, but you're getting treated the way the women were treated. Why is it not okay because it's being sent back at you?
Because it shouldn't be to all women or all men. It should be to
I know.
those who are specifically targeted for it.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
You take
the
a
whole eye for
couple
an eye
who
thing
are
works
proven to be
until it's
assholes because they're gonna prove that they're assholes immediately, and then
Yeah.
you just cut off parts of their body that they usually enjoy having.
that they enjoy having.
Why,
Yeah.
why are
You
you,
take-
why are you
you-
so keen to mutilate somebody, Joe?
I'm
not saying it's not granted.
sometimes
I'm not
it's
saying it's not
deserved.
warranted at this point, but I just,
Yeah, I'm not wanting
if
to mutilate
somebody-
nobody.
If somebody cut off your junk and then stapled it to your desk so you had to look at it every day, I think you'd have a different perspective on people.
but then everybody else has to look at it too.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to look at that.
Well, and that's a lesson for them too. Hey, maybe don't fuck up as bad as this person did. Don't be this much of a dick, otherwise there's gonna be a dick.
Yeah, like Katie said, reversing a problem doesn't solve it. Like it's so hard, and that's why I think so many people are under the thought that, oh, we're just going to completely go like the opposite direction and that's going to solve it. Like, abandon ship, just forget everybody and we're going to, eject from this whole thing. That's not how this works.
I mean,
Unfortunately, the change that we want actually involves a lot of work.
It's also not
lot of
something
work.
that's gonna get
True.
fixed overnight. Not even with this
Yeah.
lawsuit. It's something
No,
that's gonna
it's
take
not.
time, and it's gonna
You're
take
gonna have
a
to be-
lot of people
It's gonna
staying
take
on
a
top
lot
of them.
Yep.
Unfortunately, like I said, it's because of this particular circumstance being a sexist issue. Unfortunately, a lot of the work will be the gender that it's coming from. And unfortunately, that's, I think, the issue is it doesn't get worked on because it's like, oh, well, we're working on it. We'll make sure it gets addressed. And yet we're still having this issue. Why? Why is this still a thing if men are very aware that this isn't okay? So why are men in the gaming industry just saying that to just placate and be like, okay, yeah, no, it's wrong, totally, we're totally gonna do that, and then the cameras are off, and then it's like, all right, anyway, so put the women in the basement. Anyway, continuing on, throw them scraps of food when they're done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
The
know.
same kind of mentality as someone who says, "Oh yeah, I really care about the Earth," and then they get in their car and as they're driving,
Exactly.
they throw a cup out the window.
Exactly. And so I feel like it's I don't know. I really don't know what the change has to be, but I mean, from every content creator that I've seen and cosplayer that's worked directly with Blizzard has been saying the same thing, that that's not going to change it. Abandoning Blizzard and canceling your subscriptions and all that's not going to change. Like, what's going to change is, the male persona, the male identities in Blizzard and the gaming industry, not just Blizzard. Right. Those are going to be the ones that really make the change, because clearly women have been stating their opinions left and right, front and center, and that's not changing anything. So, yeah. That's it.
Gotta
That's all we gotta do.
Solution.
At the end of it, nice. I just really hope that those people who, deserve to be not there anymore are not there anymore, and Blizzard can continue and thrive, being coming out better on the other end.
I agree, and I hope that everyone who was affected has given several names to the accounts so that all of them can be held accountable for their actions.
Absolutely.
Hope so. I really do, because it's kind of done. I'm kind of over it. Well, I think a lot of people are. Shit.
I mean, at this point, I would kind of hope that it's, at least at that level with most people.
I would hope.
I mean,
one would hope.
Like you said at the beginning of this conversation, unless you're living under a fucking rock, you already know, and the more people that know, I guess that makes it better. So hey.
Yeah, I just hope the mentality of oh, this is so annoying. I'm so tired of hearing about this. I'm pretty sure we all are. Let's try and change that then, so we can stop talking about it.
I'm not tired of hearing about it.
Do you think we enjoy talking about it consistently? I know I don't.
No, I think it needs to be talked about continuously. I mean, you have to keep shedding light on it, like you said. You're gonna have to keep it. You're gonna have to keep it at the
most
forefront.
effective way of doing
right.
it.
You're gonna have to keep it at the forefront. Otherwise, it's gonna fall by the wayside, and in another 5 years, it's gonna start the cycle all over again. Because people are thinking because it's out of sight, then it's already taken care of, and I'm like, no, that's not the case.
See, if we have to do this 5 years from now, I'm going down the genre route, and castration's gonna start happening.
I mean,
I'm just saying, it's an easy solution.
Hey, I'm gonna say it was Jono's idea. It was a dude's idea. It was not mine. It was not my idea. You can blame Jono.
That's fine. I know where to hurt him.
Yeah, but I feel it needs to be kept at the forefront. I mean,
absolutely.
Just like last year, there's a lot of companies that came out in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, but they were a lot of blanket statements. I mean, this unfortunately seems to be the same ordeal where companies are like, yeah, we support women, but you're not.
But what you doing?
You're not backing that. You're not backing that up.
Put up or shut up.
Right.
Exactly.
It's so we'll see how this works, because I really would hate to see anything negative. Not like you guys said. I know, obviously, I am with someone who is very much a fan of Blizzard, and I would really hope that the creators of Blizzard that truly put their heart and soul into this, that have nothing to do with this, don't get affected by it.
Right.
And those who should get, sent to the stocks.
Like I said,
to the stocks.
Enjoy the worlds and escapism. Take down the tyrants that are in charge.
Yes.
Punch him in the dick, or whatever body part would hurt the most.
Yeah, punch him in the dick.
Who knows? Maybe they might enjoy that. So that's I'm like, I don't know. It might not work for everybody.
If they don't have a dick, give them a dick. Cut a dick off of somebody else, give it to them, punch them in it.
Let's be clear. If you work at Blizzard Activision and you're fucking up, I'm gonna fucking murder. No.
Jono's gonna come after your genitals.
Just
he's gonna go yandere on your genitals.
They're not gonna find you. Let's
just a
put
snip.
It that way.
Just a snip.
No man, there is some. Hey, I've seen the dark depths of the internet. There's someone. There are people. There are people who ask to be stepped on.
Yeah,
I've watched BME Pain Olympics. There's people.
There's someone. Unfortunately, as creepy as it sounds, there's someone out there for that.
I've seen enough internet. I know. There's too many
Have you
dark
met
holes.
Yeah, I've been to the internet before. Don't worry.
For the record, I do not enjoy getting punched in the dick. Thank you.
So he said. I felt like he had to release that statement.
No, I had to release that statement because Blade just said, "Have you met Giotto?"
Hi, Loaf. Welcome to where we're talking about getting, punching people in the dick, apparently.
And castration.
And castration.
As a form of punishment for harassing women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.